Hello my dear friends, and welcome back to another Star Wars news update. In today's video we have quite a bit of exciting stuff to get through. We're going to be talking about the Bad Batch Season 2 in just a moment, but first we have some official news for the Acolyte. It turns out the rumours were true. Lucasfilm have now officially confirmed that Amandla Stenberg is going to be the lead in the upcoming series. They were first rumoured to have landed the role back in December, and today the news has finally been confirmed, both by Stenberg and through Star Wars' official social media pages. Stenberg's casting comes as pre-production on the High Republic era series ramps up, ahead of the start of principal photography, which is expected in October. Recently, Bespin Bulletin reported that the series is currently in pre-production at Shinfield Studios in Reading, and that the series is going to film from October to May of next year. So taking to Instagram to announce the big news, Stenberg wrote the following alongside a series of images. Next stop, a galaxy far, far away. I'm so excited to finally announce I'm joining Star Wars The Acolyte. Honored is an understatement. May the Force be with you. Stenberg is best known for roles in The Hate You Give, Everything Everything, Dear Evan Hansen, and is next going to feature in the A24 horror film Bodies, 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 alongside Pete Davidson, Maria Bakalova and Lee Pace. So finally, official confirmation of the lead in The Acolyte. Super exciting stuff. And so now, my dear friends, we have another tidbit, this time for Jedi Survivor, the Jedi Fallen Order sequel. As spotted by the Twitter accounts PlayStation Game Size and reported by comicbook.com, Star Wars Jedi Survivor's PlayStation Store listing briefly advertised the game will be released in March of 2023. The listing was quickly altered, and now it doesn't contain any release window, it simply says announced. The March 2023 window is not official, but it has been reported as the supposed release window by many sources. But Jedi Survivor could easily release earlier or later depending on many factors. The game's predecessor entered development in 2014, but was only released a full half-decade later in November of 2019. And even if the advertised March 2023 window is correct, Jedi Survivor might not actually release in that month. We've got to bear in mind that March marks the end of the first fiscal quarter, so studios often use it as a placeholder date for any game with a still unscheduled quarter one release, so this suggests it's possible that Jedi Survivor releases earlier in the year. And even under the circumstance that it doesn't release in the first quarter, Jedi Survivor is officially confirmed to release sometime next year. I really can't wait. And so now, my dear friends, it's finally time to talk about the Bad Batch Season 2. For those few lucky fans who made it to Anaheim for Star Wars Celebration, an extended trailer was shown as well as a full scene from a Season 2 episode. Now, I've come across this scene before, as you might have done too, when it was first leaked after Celebration, but those early leaks filmed on mobile phones from a distance were really grainy and gritty. We couldn't see what was going on. But now, thanks to a Twitter user, who I assume went to San Diego Comic-Con, we now have a more HD look at what's going on, and I thought today'd be fun to break it down. Now, for obvious reasons, I can't show you the full thing. I wish I could, but that's the way copyright goes. But what I can do is describe each scene moment by moment, and we can talk about the nitty-gritty substance of all of it. So no more jibber-jabber, guys, let's get straight into it. So this scene takes place on the tropical planet that we saw in the trailer. The visuals are stunning, and the colours in particular, the blues, the oranges, they are pure eye candy. Immediately, it's very evident that Omega is growing up pretty fast, and she's matured a great deal since we last saw her. According to Jennifer Corbett and Brad Rao, about 6 months have passed since the events of Camino in the Season 1 finale. At the start of the scene, Omega is procrastinating on the Havoc Marauder by fishing. She's meant to be studying to memorize the various Imperial ships. In this way, Tech has taken on a teacher role, as I'm sure the rest of her brothers have too in other ways. They are her mentors. When Tech sees Omega slacking off, she gets back to studying with his device. Now, the fact that Omega is studying the Imperial fleet tells us that not only have we moved into a period where the Empire is at its peak, but it also teases a possible rebel subplot where the Bad Batch are going to work with the likes of Saw Gerrera, or perhaps Bail Organa or others. In either case, this could also be a tying-in point for the Andor show. The fact that part of Omega's education is to identify ships of the Imperial fleet is quite telling of the sort of adversity the Batch is going to face in this season and in the future. The galaxy at this stage is a very dangerous place, and to a lesser degree, this also hints at a future reunion between Omega and Hera Syndulla, who, as we know later in the timeline, is proficient in understanding the enemy and their ships. And then guys, in the scene, it's made crystal clear the reason the Bad Batch are on this planet to pick up cargo. But unfortunately, Wrecker woke up the giant crabs, the ones that begin to chase them in the trailer. Tech prepares a pickup, but when the crabs attack the Havoc Marauder, Omega shows off her abilities, and we see just how far she's come. She's more physical, more agile than ever before, and more proficient with her bow. The scene is brief, but it's just enough to conjure up excitement for season 2. I think this one is going to be an absolute treat. And so finally, my dear friends, we have some new comments by John Boyega, specifically for the Kenobi show. Actors' opinions on Star Wars have been making headline news in recent days, the likes of Simon Pegg and John Boyega amongst them, but the latter had much more positive things to say. In the past, John Boyega has spoken about his time playing FN2187 or Finn in the sequel trilogy, shining light on the negatives but also sometimes the positives of having been part of the Star Wars universe. Even having largely felt misutilized in the last couple of theatrical releases, there is always a chance he returns to the role in the future, but he's admitted it would only be in the circumstance that Daisy Ridley and Oscar Isaac return too. A lot of fans feel as though Finn deserves justice, a more nuanced version of the character that actually explores his Force sensitivity. But regardless of what his future holds in terms of playing Finn, Boyega remains up to date with everything that Star Wars is coming out with. He is first and foremost a fan, and recently he shared his opinion on Obi-Wan Kenobi, giving fans an honest review of the return of Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen to the galaxy far, far away. Speaking with the Wrap at the premiere for Jordan Peele's Nope, the Star Wars actor shared his opinions on the Disney Plus show. Even with a busy schedule, he confirmed he watched every episode each week, and in particular he enjoyed the return of Hayden Christensen as Anakin Skywalker and Darth Vader, praising the detail and nuance that were added to his story at this time. Here is John Boyega's direct quote: "I think it was fun. It was good to see Ewan. It was good to see, our guy Anakin, well, my guy Anakin, my guy back. For him to have more nuance and to have more story as well was just for me, just phenomenal to see." And while John Boyega has not always had the most positive things to say on Star Wars, especially when reflecting on his own personal experience, it's great to see he's still a fan and can enjoy the Disney Plus shows as they come out. For a lot of folks who worked on Star Wars and had a bad experience, it's often the case that they're put off by or lose interest in the franchise. But John has been a fan of Star Wars ever since he was a kid, and he's still got that passion. And regardless of what you might think of the sequel trilogy, I think his character had the most potential. In many ways, it was squandered. I truly hope he returns one day and the character gets another chance. That's just my 2 cents though. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts on this and everything we spoke about in today's video. If you enjoyed this one, my dear friends, please be sure to give me a big fat thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and if you want more videos not found here on YouTube, while also helping to support what I do, then please click the link down there in the description. But until the next one guys, may the Force be with you always. I'm Star Wars Meg. Have a good one.